How do you right now generate leads?
Well, we have, my role in our business, I'm fortunate because my role in our business is that I spend most of my time building the business. And even early on, when it really was just Tracy and I, Tracy always worked in the business and I worked on the business. And then as we started growing, we hired more people to work in the business. And I've always worked mostly on the business. And I do work in the business just really to get that expertise and to really understand so that I can do my job well on working on the business. Mm-hmm. So where we generate leads is many different areas. We do a lot of website. We do a lot of.
When you say website, what do you mean?
Well, we get a lot of web leads. We have a lot of people that are introduced to us from our website, greetingsvirginia.com.
But how do they get to your website? Is it search engine optimization?
It is.
Okay.
It is. Yes. I've spent about the last 6 months developing our new site, which has just recently been launched, and it's just it's just a really great tool. It's got the Google Maps, and you can spin around and look at the neighbors and look in the curtains, whatever you want to do. I'm saying that for you, Fraser, because I know that you're going to be on the site tonight, and so
I need your address.
And so so we really spent a lot of time developing a website that's really works for a consumer. Mm-hmm. Now, whether they hire us or not, and in fact, we're finding agents that have contacted me and say, "Hey, Dan, thanks. Our clients are using your site, and I'm happy with that. No problem. I mean, that's So we've developed a website, and that's one place that we do generate leads. I do a lot of networking, mm-hmm. and so I strategically meet other people, and I find out how I can help them in their business. Specifically other business owners, and I have a habit of once a week I take out a business owner, whether it be a doctor or somebody that lays carpet and flooring, or a banker, or whatever the business may be. I make it a habit of once a week I'll take another business owner out to lunch, and just to really say, hey, how can I help you?
Your business has been driven through the REO and short sales stuff, which a lot of that comes from your internet marketing, I think.
A lot of that comes from prospecting and a little bit from internet as well.
Okay, because the question I have is, how important has it been to your business referral network? I know it's valuable for you personally. I know you like it.
Sure.
But in bottom line, how valuable has that been for your business?
Very valuable.
Really?
When we first started, at one point, about 50% of our business was coming from referrals from business partners.
Really?
Not referrals from past clients.
Right.
Okay, because you have to understand, I've only been in business for a very short period of time, so I don't have the track record of the 20-year veterans. Now we are just now starting to do We're starting to do repeats just
right.
now, and they're few.
Or referrals for that matter from your past.
Yeah,
clients.
And we certainly get a lot of referrals at this point
right.
from past clients.
Right.
But in the very beginning, we didn't have anything, so mm-hmm. It's like, well, what do we do? Well, let's meet other business owners. Let's find out how we can help them. Mm-hmm. And I only focused on helping them. That mm-hmm. was it. Mm-hmm. I never focused on, hey, I want business from you.
Right.
It was really like, how can I help you?
And the business, the referrals you're getting from those people are distressed or are retail or both?
They can be both.
Okay.
Yeah, they can be both. And the interesting thing about that is from those relationships that I have, if somebody refers me business, it's a very warm lead, and it's somebody, that no matter what, I'm going to make sure. I mean, we make sure we take care of all of our clients.
Sure.
But no matter what, we're just going to make sure that we really, really take care of that individual.
Right.
But more importantly, or just as importantly, is that I've got a resource of vendors that I could call. Literally, I could call them at 10:30 at night on a Sunday night, and they're going to take my phone call. Mm-hmm. Because we refer a lot of business to them.
So you've got a group of people down here in your preferred provider guide. Sure. That are people that you trust, you refer business to, et cetera. Now, that you've built a relationship with these people about how they refer business to you, you refer business to them, you help each other with your businesses. Now, but you also have got to believe that they're good, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So because the agents watching this are going to be like, well, listen, I want to work with who Dan is. I'm not going to get, that business referral relationship, but how important is it, forget about the referrals,
Sure.
how important is it to choose those people? Like do your flooring guy, your painter, your moving company, all these guys, how do they make your business better and make your life better? Do you know what I mean? Not on the referral side, but on the actual service side.
Absolutely. When I have a client and they need painting, or they need a mover, or they need carpet installed, or whatever it is that they need, I can feel comfortable and confident that I'm going to be referring to them the best in the business, that's going to give them a reasonable and fair price, and it's going to be responsive, and it's going to bend over backwards for our clients. Now, I'm confident of that for a few different reasons. One is because I'm very selective on the relationships that I developed, and two, once I do develop those relationships, I go out of my way to benefit those individuals, those other business owners, so that they would never want to let our clients down. And so it's a real true benefit to our clients to have those relationships, to have somebody that's going to be responsive, to be able to really just perform for whatever the case may be for our clients.
As I said, you have a unique perspective because you're the operating principal and you run your business.
Yeah.
The vast majority of agents aren't successful. They don't do any transactions.
Well, not in Keller Williams' family, but that may be true elsewhere.
Let's just assume, present company accepted. They aren't successful. I mean, I'm not even saying monetarily. They're not happy with their own success. You see it. You've got agents. I'm sure. Maybe there's one. That guy. I'm sure that you've kicked out by now. But who is who are. But you've come into the business in 3 years. You have some success, and we've talked with a great slate of agents today with wildly different experiences. But it's relatively simple things that you either do or don't do that produce success. What's the matter with agents? I'll put you on the spot, Dan. Just give me a list of the agents that are bad, and I will publicize it. No, what do you see?
Well, what I see is that different agents are committed for different outcomes.
Okay.
And so when I'm meeting a new agent, I always ask them, I say, what's important to you? What do you want? And that agent may want to have a very successful business. That agent may want to have a somewhat successful business. Or that agent may want to just sell 2 or 3 transactions a year. And so what's really important to me is to find out what's important to other agents and then to help them achieve that, whatever that may be. Now, my hope is that they want to run a very, very successful business, because that's something that I'm good at doing, is helping others to understand how to do that. So that's something that I enjoy doing, and it's something that's really just a lot of fun for me to do. So in regards to the answer specifically to your question is, I think that there's just a lot of great agents out there, and I think that there's but just like many other sales businesses, there's very few agents that really, sell the majority. It's the 80-20 rule. Right. And in real estate sales, I think it's more like a 97-3 rule.
8.5, 1.5 rule.
And so that's really the answer to your question.
So follow up, last question.
Okay.
Is if I brought a person here and I said, this guy is committed, he'll do exactly what you tell him to do. Whatever you tell him to do, he'll do. And I want you to tell him what to do to be a successful real estate agent. Not a part of your team, just individually. How confident would you be that that person would be successful? Does exactly what you tell them to do.
I'm confident that they will be successful if that's what they want to achieve.
Yeah, okay.
100% confident of that.
What would you tell them to do for the next 90 days?
Take action.
Yeah, more specific.
Figure out.
You tell them what to do. They're your avatar.
Okay. Absolutely. First, you got to figure out where you are.
Okay.
You have to figure out where you want to be.
Okay.
You have to clearly define each of those. So once you figure out this is where I want to be, this is where I am, then the next thing is you need to lay out the steps one by one to get there.
Okay.
And then you need to take action.
Okay.
If it's difficult for me to answer that question because I don't know what this is, right? And each different agents are going to have a different outcome that they want to achieve. Okay. If it's in 90 days, I want to, have 4 listings.
Yeah.
Then I would suggest there's many different things that people could do in real estate. Here's the truth about it: most actually work.
Right.
Okay. That's the honest truth to it. Where the gap that I often see is that a couple things. One, sometimes it's sort of like drinking from a fire hose. So it's just like there's so many things coming at you as a new real estate agent that it's difficult to define a plan. It's difficult to figure out what we're going to do to create success because there's so much coming at you. So I would say just sort of set some of that aside, pick one or two of those strategies, understand it, educate yourself about that strategy, and then implement and go forward from there.
Great answer.
Thanks,
Dan.
All right.
Thanks for coming.
Appreciate it.
Hold on one second. We're going to take a break and give some recognition to the people who made this interview possible.